Hello, my name is Rebecca Simon. On behalf of Shamiram Media, I welcome all our viewers. Our guest today is John Michael. John is the founder and CEO of iStorage, and he produces the Rolls-Royce quality products in the IT security industry. John is joining us from London, England. Hello, John. Welcome to our program on Shamiram Media.
Hi, Rebecca. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. In these days of coronavirus, when there's a lot of lockdowns and manufacturings are not up to their capacity or not working at all, how are you producing your products? And are you producing your products to capacity?
Yeah, thankfully, as far as production is concerned, we have no issues whatsoever. We still have a skeleton staff working within our offices here in London, England. So our production staff and warehouse staff are still working within the office, obviously keeping their distances and taking precautions such as wearing face masks and gloves, etc. And social distancing as much as we can. But we've encountered no issues whatsoever in terms of manufacturing, production, supply as well. We're still shipping products all over the world. However, the overwhelming majority of our team are now working from home because everybody else, apart from production and warehouse, are able to work from home. So, including myself.
That is great.
I'm in the office.
Very good. John, where do you manufacture your products?
So some of our products, specifically our flash drive products, our PIN authenticated, hardware encrypted flash drive products, are manufactured in China. However, all our other products, which are our hard drives and solid state drives, etc., such as these devices here, we do the manufacturing and assembly here in the UK.
Have you encountered any interruptions in the Chinese manufacturing facilities?
The lead times on certain components have increased, not by much, but they have increased. So, for example, the manufacturing of printed circuit boards has increased to a lead time of 8 weeks, whereas previously it was 4 weeks. However, because we have rolling forecasts and orders in place with our suppliers, it hasn't impacted our supply at all. So as far as the business is concerned, it's still running very smoothly.
Have you had any concerns about China manufacturing your products as to stealing of the technology of your company?
No concerns at all. I mean, we control our IP very securely in-house here at iStorage. So our main component that incorporates our technology, our IP, that's programmed. It's a secure microcontroller. The programming of the firmware is done here in our premises in a secure location. And the secure microcontrollers, once they're programmed, they're shipped to our contract manufacturer in China, and they use that. They solder that component onto the printed circuit board. However, there's no way whatsoever of extracting our firmware or our IP from that secure microcontroller. So it's done very securely. And no, there's no way that any third party can steal our technology.
You produce flash drives, hard drives, solid state drives, cloud storage, and I believe antivirus security software. Can you tell us a little bit about your products and why is it that they're much more different than the existing products of the same sorts in the market?
Sure. So we design, develop, and manufacture PIN authenticated, hardware encrypted portable data storage devices and cloud encryption solutions. So our flash drives, hard drives, and solid state drives, we supply in capacities from 4 gigabytes going up to 16 terabytes. Um, and we also have a cloud encryption module, which we call the Cloud ASHUR, which is this product here. Um, so the reason why, what sets us aside from the competition or other similar products, is that our devices are all hardware encrypted and they all incorporate a physical keypad. So in order to authenticate and extract the data from the device, you have to enter a 7 to 15 digit PIN on the product itself. If you enter the correct PIN, then the data is decrypted and you can access the data. If you enter the wrong PIN, then obviously there's no way of being able to decrypt and extract the data from the device. And you only get a certain amount of attempts to try and authenticate the device. So for example, with this product here, if you enter the wrong PIN, the incorrect PIN, 15 consecutive times, it will delete the encryption key and all the data that was previously stored on the device will be lost forever. So you only have 15 attempts to try and guess a 7 to 15 digit PIN that you enter on the device, which is virtually impossible to do in order to guess a 7 to 15 digit PIN. So what also sets us apart from the competition is that our products incorporate a secure microcontroller, as I mentioned earlier, which incorporates our firmware, our IP, that handles the encryption, the decryption, the random number generator for generating a randomly generated encryption key. So all the technology is stored on a secure microcontroller, which has a very high level of government certification, which is referred to as Common Criteria, EAL 4+ certified. So that microcontroller is a very secure device, a very secure component. Then our products also have various government certifications. So for example, in the US, we have FIPS 140-2 level 3, and the FIPS scheme is part of the National Institutes of Standards and Technology, which is part of the National Security Agency in the USA. So that's a very high level of US government certification that we have on our products. We also have equivalent certifications here in the UK and in the Netherlands, as well as having NATO restricted certification. So we are, in fact, the only company on the planet that has all these different government certifications on such devices, which means that any government organization or agency in the US, in Europe, and beyond can purchase and use our products, including NATO military and civil organizations. So what sets us aside from the competition is that our devices are the most secure products on the market, and testament to that is the certifications that we have on the products.
And how easy is it to use your product? I mean, it's a very complex system that you've instituted in your products, but what about the ease of use?
The three main things about our products is that they are ultra secure, easy to use, and to a certain extent affordable. So in terms of using the device, you simply connect the cable connection, USB connector, to your PC, your Mac. In fact, it can be any hardware platform running any operating system. So you could plug this into your USB connection. You then enter your 7 to 15 digit PIN onto the keypad, press the unlock button. If it's the correct PIN, the drive then pops up and you treat it like a normal portable hard drive, flash drive, SSD, etc. So it's very, very easy to use. The technology inside is very complex, but in terms of usage, it's extremely easy to use.
Very good. You mentioned that you have been approved by very many institutions, that your product is very secure to use. Do you sell these products to various governmental agencies at all?
We sell globally now into over 50 countries, and our customer base, 90% of our customers are made up of government organizations and multinational corporations. And then the remainder of 10% balance is made up of mainly consumers. The government customers that use our products include the likes of Ministry of Defense in the UK, Ministry of Defense in the Netherlands, Metropolitan Police here in the UK, Scottish Police, Irish Police, Dutch Police. We supply into the Swiss Army. We supply the Finnish, Norwegian, and Swedish military, and various other government bodies there. Also very high-level secretive government agencies, which I can't mention publicly, but because we have non-disclosure agreements in place. And then we also supply into numerous multinational corporations, such as Deutsche Bank, General Electric, GE, GlaxoSmithKline, Rolls-Royce, Barclays, Lloyds Bank, even the likes of Disney in the USA are now standardizing on our products, etc. So numerous multinational corporations and government bodies that standardize on our products globally.
What is of note to our viewers is that your products have an ASHUR suffix in their name: data ASHUR for your flash drive, disk ASHUR for your hard drives, cloud ASHUR. I don't know what your antivirus name is. Does it have an ASHUR at the end?
No, the antivirus software is not an iStorage product. So we have an agreement in place with two companies, a company called Clevex and another company called ESET. ESET have the antivirus engine. So we work together to offer this antivirus software that works with our portable data storage devices. Because normally antivirus software you install on a PC to protect your PC against viruses. But with this particular antivirus software, it protects your data on the portable data storage devices.
When you were describing...
Sorry, all of our products have the ASHUR brand. In fact, we also have a trademark for all of these names, and as well as the word ASHUR when it comes to technology products. So we have trademarks in place.
Why did you pick the name ASHUR?
Because I am myself an Assyrian or an Ashuraya, and I'm extremely proud of my identity, and I want to promote our name as much as I can, and that's what I'm trying to do with through my business, through these great products that we have.
It's an excellent tribute to your identity. Thank you for that. You mentioned a lot of European governments of various nations using your product. I did not hear any governmental agencies in the United States in your introduction of the countries. Have you approached any US governmental agencies, or have they approached you in purchasing and using your products?
Yep. So up until last year, we were mainly focusing on growing our business within Europe, especially in Europe, although we also do quite a bit of business in Middle East and Southeast Asia. The US historically, for me has been a pretty hard nut to crack, although it's the biggest market on the planet. I mean, the US market for our products, for our type of products, is bigger than all of Europe combined. But it's a hard nut to crack. So last year we started attacking the US market. So we set up an office in the US, and we have a couple of distributors out in the US. And more recently, we started working with a company called Silicon Valley Advantage, SVA, whose owner or CEO is an Assyrian lady by the name of Gloria Machiko. And we're working together now to target those very same organizations that you mentioned, so Department of Defense and other US government organizations. And we're making very good progress in that regard. So yeah, US is a new market for us, but we're making very good progress now in the US, and I've got very high hopes for the future.
Do you have any interest in marketing your products to non-Western nations, such as the Middle Eastern countries, African nations, and so on and so forth?
Yeah, and like I said, in the Middle East, we sell quite a bit of our products into the UAE, for example, into Oman, a little bit into Saudi Arabia and Qatar and other areas. Even into Iraq, we've supplied. The only area that was reluctant to use our products, believe it or not, was in northern Iraq. And that
the predominantly Assyrian area.
Well, Assyria, I refer to it as Assyria myself, yes. But it's now governed by the KRG, or the Kurdish regional government. And they were reluctant to use the products for, funnily enough, because of the name of the product incorporated the word ASHUR.
Very interesting.
That's a funny story, but there you go. But
okay.
I'm very proud to use and promote the name ASHUR. And if there's anybody who's not happy to use the product because of that name, well, that's their loss, not mine.
Are you worried about the safety of your data in the cloud? Did you know that 9 out of 10 cybersecurity professionals are seriously concerned about data security in the cloud? And 46% of organizations not using the cloud mention data security and privacy concerns as their main objections. Concerns about using the cloud are justified. Organizations are being hacked on a daily basis. It's true that some cloud providers now offer server-side encryption. However, this does not guarantee the security of your data due to the cloud provider storing your encryption key. Also, cloud providers cannot distinguish between a legitimate user and a hacker, and for a hacker to gain access to your cloud account, they just need your username and password. Introducing Cloud ASHUR. Cloud ASHUR is a revolutionary PIN authenticated hardware encryption module that incorporates a microprocessor which encrypts your data that is stored on any cloud provider's platform using military-grade AES 256-bit encryption algorithm. Cloud ASHUR also incorporates a common criteria EAL 4+ ready secure microprocessor that stores the encrypted encryption key, which is used to encrypt and decrypt your data. The Cloud ASHUR solution is unique and includes a key writer app that allows easy, real-time and ultra-secure collaboration, as well as remote management app that can track, monitor and control user activity, including the ability to remotely disable or kill a drive. For a hacker to decrypt your data, they would need to steal your Cloud ASHUR device, enter the correct 7 to 15-digit PIN within 10 attempts, enter the username and password for the iStorage client app, know which cloud provider you use, enter the username and password for your cloud account. It's worth noting that a lost or stolen device can be either disabled or reset using the iStorage remote management console. Using the Cloud ASHUR could not be simpler. First, you create a 7 to 15-digit PIN using the onboard keypad. Second, link the iStorage virtual folder to as many desired cloud folders using the Cloud ASHUR client application. Finally, Drag and drop your data into the iStorage virtual folder, and the data will be encrypted using the ASHUR hardware encryption module and stored in your cloud account. The patented ASHUR key writer effortlessly and in real time makes sharing of your encrypted data in the cloud with multiple authorized users a breeze. The iStorage key writer securely copies the randomly generated encryption key, as well as all settings between the master ASHUR module and multiple secondary ASHUR modules as required. So when you upload a file encrypted by your ASHUR to a cloud storage provider like Dropbox, a user with a key writer cloned secondary ASHUR device can decrypt the same file in real time, regardless of location. The feature-rich iStorage ASHUR Remote Management Console gives you full control of all ASHUR hardware security modules deployed within your organization. With the Remote Management Console, you can temporarily disable or factory reset individual modules, which deletes the encryption key. Restrict the types of files that can be uploaded and shared in the cloud. Display users' location, display user activity, restrict the time and location of where and when the module can be used by each individual user. ASHUR is the perfect solution for anyone wanting to securely encrypt, share, and manage data in the cloud in the most secure way possible, eliminating the vulnerabilities that exist with cloud platforms such as lack of control, privacy, and unauthorized access.
I have made a little bit of review of the reviews of your products by, there was an article in January of 2019 in Forbes.com. Apple Insider has reviewed your products. A lot of smart geeks on the internet who love to poke into the products and find out flaws with them and report them. And the reviews have been phenomenally favorable, a lot of praise for your products. And as you mentioned, the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology has given you a very high rating on your product. However, your products are very expensive. For instance, your hard drive is marketing, the lowest I think is about $169 US, and it could go up to about $500, whereas other products of the same capacity are selling for $30, $40 to a little bit over $100. So what do you say to those who say, why pay such a high price for a product, and we have been using all these cheap products and they're working fine for us? What do you have to say to consumers like that?
So it really depends on the value you put to your data that you're storing on these devices. If you're storing sensitive, confidential data, and data is the new gold today. So data is a very valuable commodity. If the wrong people get hold of your data, they can do all sorts of criminal acts, even cloning people and using your identity to do scams and steal money, etc. So it really depends on the kind of data you're storing on the devices. If you're storing sensitive confidential data on a low-cost unencrypted flash drive or hard drive, then you're taking a huge risk that that device might be lost or stolen and land in the wrong hands, and those people can take advantage of the data that's on your device because it's not encrypted. However, if you store that data on an iStorage product, on a ASHUR or ASHUR, etc., then you can be safe in the knowledge that if your device is lost or stolen, you've lost a piece of hardware, but nothing is impossible, but it's as close to impossible as you can get to try and extract data from one of our devices without knowing the PIN, the password. So if you value your data, then really you need to be using a product such as ours. If you don't value your data, then fine, you can buy a lower cost, cheap product and use that. But then there's the other side to it now. For example, in Europe, we have what we call GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation. If a company, an organization loses an unencrypted flash drive or hard drive that stores sensitive, not even sensitive, but it stores EU citizen data, you can be fined up to 20 million euros or 4% of your organization's global turnover. So, yeah, you could be using a $50 drive rather than a $500 drive, but by using a $50 drive and storing sensitive EU citizen data on it that is then lost, means you could be imposed with a fine of up to 20 million euros or even higher. So you're taking a huge risk. So for those reasons, we're seeing now a massive uptake in usage of our products, especially in Europe, Middle East, and North America. So people are beginning to understand and value products such as ours.
Your company was established in 2009, so it's been around over a decade. Have you had any reporting of data being hacked using your products?
None whatsoever. And the fact that we have all these certifications, government certifications, is a testament to that. So what these government accredited test laboratories do is they take your product and they try and hack into it. So if they successfully hack into your product, then they don't award you a certificate. And it's not just hacking into a product. You need to make sure with the level of the FIPS level of certification that we have, level 3, your product has to also be tamper-proof and tamper-evident. So if a hacker gets hold of this product and tries to tamper with it whilst you're not even aware that the hacker has the product, then when this product is returned to you, it must be evident to you that it's been tampered with. If it's not tamper evident, then you don't get that certification. So we need to make sure the products are tamper proof, tamper evident, and also that they cannot be hacked. So these 3 areas we've covered in a very secure way with all our product range.
Which retail stores market your products?
So as far as bricks and mortar retail stores, we deal with a few in the UK and Europe, but really the products are, because our customer base is made up of mainly government and corporations, multinational corporations, so we're B2B. We supply through the channel, and by that I mean we have distributors globally, wholesalers, and then we have resellers, and these are like corporate resellers, IT resellers, etc., who supply into these corporates and government bodies. But as far as e-tail is concerned, we have numerous e-tailers, such as the likes of Amazon and etc., who supply our products all over the world.
John, what is next for you?
So for us, it's constantly innovating, coming up with unique products, getting protection as well as patents, which we've been awarded 2 patents over the last year, specifically for our Cloud ASHUR product, which is a totally revolutionary and unique product. So it's to innovate and to bring out new products that the market is crying out for. And we actually going to be launching 2 new products within the next 3 months, and another product towards the end of this year. So it's constantly innovating and bringing out interesting products. As far as next, after iStorage, if that's what you mean, then my plan is to carry on, because I love what I do, for at least the next 3 to 5 years. And then after that, I have plans to get involved in other areas outside of IT.
And what would that be?
So that would be more, we could say, humanitarian, maybe, trying to do what I can to help my people, Assyrian people, wherever they are, but especially in our homeland of But-Nahran, or Assyria, Iraq.
You mentioned that you have 2 upcoming products. Can you talk about them, or it's something that you'd rather not say anything about yet?
At the moment, I can't say too much. So we're very secretive on our new products because we obviously don't want the competition to know what we're up to. But the first of the new products will be launched in June, and the second one will be in July. But
Of this year.
Same field. Yeah, and they're IT security, obviously IT security related products.
Which product has the largest percentage of sales?
So our flash drives, in terms of unit shipments, we sell a lot more flash drives than hard drives and solid state drives. In terms of revenue, our flash business makes up about 60% of our revenue. Our hard drives and SSDs make up about 35%, and our new ASHUR product makes up about 5%. But this is a very new product. We only launched this into a market in November, and it's a solution sell as far as the product's concerned, so it takes a lot longer for our customers to approve and start using the product. Unfortunately, this coronavirus has caused some of the testing to near enough ground to a halt. But once we're back up and running and everything's normal, then we have extremely high hopes for the ASHUR product because it solves the biggest problem associated with the biggest sector within the IT industry. So the biggest sector in the IT industry is cloud storage, cloud computing, and the biggest problem associated with the cloud is data security, and this product essentially solves that problem immediately. So by using this product, you can be safe in the knowledge that your data in the cloud is absolutely secure. Nobody can decrypt that data that you store in the cloud using this product.
And my last question to you is, growing up in England as a first generation Assyrian, born to parents who migrated from Iraq, did you ever think that someday nations would use your product and your ASHUR series of products would be sold worldwide?
So it's always been my goal, my aim, to have a business such as this that would reach a certain level of success. So as far as I'm concerned, the way I see it is if you keep trying at something and you don't give up, then you can succeed in life. And that's what I've been doing for the past 3 decades. So it was always my aim to achieve this. I still have a long way to go, but we're on the right path. So
that's
yes,
a very good life formula. Never give up.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, John Michael. Thank you very much for your time, taking time. It's in the evening for you in London after a full day of work. You joined us. We really appreciate it from across the oceans, and best of luck to you and to your family. Be well.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. I appreciate you arranging this interview, and also special thanks to Mariam Shamelta as well for arranging this. And yeah, thank you very much. I wish you the best.
Our pleasure.